Hello friends, this is Seemownay. I'm here with a video for the Shimmerz Education Team. I'm on their design team, and if you add my name to the card at checkout, you will receive a free surprise paint. So if you haven't ordered from them yet and you are planning on doing, then that's the way to go. I am prepping my page with white gesso, and I just showed you the products that I'm going to use on this layout. I am going to use the Dazzlerz foiled again, as well as the Shimmerz Pinko de Mayo, which is my color for the color challenge, and also the Shimmerz Teal, the End of Time, as well as the Coloringz Pink Stiletto. I have a really hard time just picking one color and sticking with that color for the whole layout. I am in love with different hues that mixing colors create, and so just using one color is not an option for me, at least not at this time. I am working on a layout, scrapbooking a photo or a selfie from a recent crop that I went to. I met some of my online friends for the very first time in real life, and that was very exciting, and it was so much fun creating and crafting with all the ladies there. So here is my encouragement for you if you have been on the fence about joining some crafty people in your area, or maybe if you are in a Facebook group where you know that lots of those people are in your area. Maybe you would like to meet up and create together. It is so much more fun to create with people, like-minded people that are your tribe, than on your own all the time. So yeah, we actually decided to meet again in the new year. So it was successful. We don't only like each other online, we also like each other in real life. This is a 4x6 photo, and it is horizontal, and the reason why I picked the collection and why I'm using what I'm using is this card that says "Hello friend," and that is exactly how I felt. I was very nervous about meeting all these people, and when I got there and I met up with them, it was like, whew, they are my friends. Hello, friend. Nice to meet you. And so I decided to make this journaling card part of my focal point of my layout. The collection and the paper that I'm using is from the new Jen Hatfield line. I don't know what it's called. Actually, it reminded me very much of fabric. All the designs on the papers look a lot like they could be fabric designs. That's what drew me to this collection, and that's why I bought it. I bought it at that scrapbooking store, which is really fun that I'm scrapbooking a photo with the papers that I purchased there. And I just went through the embellishment ephemera pack and looked at all the things and picked out those things that I thought would go with the photos and the color scheme and the topic. And before I am going to work on that stuff again, I am going to use a stencil. This is from Tim Holtz and the Dazzlerz foiled again. And I love this paste. I don't really know why I'm not using it more often. I definitely should do it. And it is something that I would recommend to you if you are someone who doesn't really like sparkly colors but appreciates them and likes to use them sometimes. This foiled again Shimmerz paste is the perfect option to combine the glitter or the shimmer, which is this paste, with flatter colors. I am using the Shimmerz Pinko de Mayo, which is another very glimmery and glittery color. I wasn't a very glittery person before I joined the Shimmerz team, but they made me fall in love with those colors. I was really very not, well, I wasn't opposed to them, but I thought I knew that I would never use these. And so I started slowly collecting them through the year. And I have to say that I'm totally convinced by those colors. I love using them. I love the sparkle they add and the color they add. They are, if you need colors and if you want colors, I would definitely recommend Shimmerz. They are amazing. So I didn't show you how I added more color. What I did was I added some pink stiletto, I added some water, I added some more of the Shimmerz Pinko de Mayo, and then I knew I was going to use that dark blue paper in the background. So I added a little bit of the Shimmerz Teal, the End of Time. That is a very, very dark tealish blue color, and it goes perfectly with that paper. And unfortunately, some of the paper will still cover up the mixed media that I did, which I thought I did enough. It looked so splotchy, so colorful. I was afraid I had overdone it, but this is not usually the case. Usually it's the other way around and you have done too little. Same here. So the problem that I have with this layout is the pink paper. I really like the pink paper. I want to use it. I chose it to be the horizontal strip that I wanted to be a horizontal layout, and the colors clash, which I didn't anticipate. The pink paper is more reddish than the pink that I have in the background, and it just wouldn't do it for me. And so I decided I would add another strip, which is this lighter blue color here, in the background, and not use the pink one, to bring the blue in between those two pinks, which helps and makes the paper usable even though the background has this different shade of pink. And when I use it in the background here, I use a little bit tucked right in front of this pink. The quality of the color seems to change by the, or no, that's not a seems to change, that's a true fact. The quantity defines the quality of the color. And so with this little bit of pink, it totally works. But as a big, huge pink strip across the page, it wouldn't. And so I'm just going to do that. I'm backing the journaling card with the pink again, and I'm adding some leftover pieces of paper in behind the photo. Somehow it felt naked up there, and so I am just going to add in more stuff until I think it works. I need to explain. Usually I could have added tags, or I could have added ephemera stuff behind the photo there, but I'm guessing, and I think I'm not only guessing, I think I know for a fact that due to the big journaling card that acts like ephemera, I don't really need a lot of ephemera anymore. And so the scraps of patterned paper as layers in behind the photo and journaling card totally work. You could bring in more interest with different kinds of ephemera, but that's just not what works for me at that time and on that layout. I know for a fact that I want to use this cuckoo clock that says let's party or it's party time. I really love it, and since the photo is already layered up and sitting on top of the modeling paste, glitter paste, shimmer paste. I am popping this ephemera piece up on foam. I think since it's almost the only one on that page, it needs and deserves that pop in, what is it, when it comes toward you in height. It deserves to be popped up. It is one of the major parts of this layout. And it also, since it's so small and the Hello Friend is so big, having it popped up gives it more importance. Now, you don't see me struggle, but I'll tell you anyway. I am struggling with my title. I want my title to be Bay Area Crop. And I love using different fonts for my title, and so that's what I'm going with because I love using different fonts, as I just told you. But for this layout, it just doesn't work. And now that I look at it and now that I think of it, I can tell you exactly why it doesn't work, because I am using this alpha thickers from, what is it from? I think it's Pink Fresh Studio, but that, yeah, I think it's Pink Fresh Studio. I got it in a hip kit that I purchased for my birthday in February, and I haven't used those thickers because I usually have a really hard time using these multicolored stickers, alpha stickers. But since I am using all the colors that are already on the layout here, I do not need another font. It's already so busy and so interesting in itself that changing the font through the title doesn't make sense. And so it looks best and works best when the whole title is all in the same font. And I'm adding this die cut to the back here just to ground the title and finish it off. It looks like it would run off the page if there wasn't something there. And then I'm folding the butterflies in half and sticking them onto the photo there and right where the flower is, and I really like how that looks. And yeah, now I'm almost done. The only thing that is left is the journaling. I decide I'm not going to add any more ephemera, even though I picked lots that would go. Less is more in this case. It works perfectly, and the journaling adds the right weight and balance to this page. So I'm actually writing a lot, and it's exactly what I told you, that I'm so happy that I was able to go and that I was courageous enough to actually go there. When I pulled this date stamp, I found a roller stamp that said hello and be courageous, and I really liked what it said. And I somehow the layout felt kind of empty at the top above the photo and the journaling card, and so that adding those secondary stamps to the top there really added what I needed here. Here are some close-ups. You can see how sparkly and shiny the paste is. I loved how this looked and turned out. I love that I added the stamps to the page, and yeah, there is the full spread. I love how this turned out, even though I was kind of a bit rusty when I started. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them in the comments below. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel, and yeah, I will see you next time. Until then, bye!